Geyser at TinyCabin Stories, and I just put a little video together. We are creating a campsite here on our property so that for this summer we can rent some campsites and just get some people out here on the property to enjoy it. So that's what we're doing today. As you know, we have beautiful setting here in the forest, in the trees, and one of the key things that's missing is the campfire circles. So to start, I picked up a half a yard of gravel, which is way more than I'll need for this particular job. I picked up 24 retaining blocks. Those are concrete masonry units. In this case, they're tinted this khaki color. And then we picked a site right here, at the base of the forest, under the canopy of the trees, but in a place where there is no branches, no tree branches until you get 50 feet up there. So the first step will be to dig a hole about 8 inches deep, which will allow me to put a bed of gravel, a couple inches of gravel. Okay, that pile of dirt says I'm just about right. I got about 8 inches or 10 inches on the high side and about 6 inches on the low side. It's not completely level site. Okay, there's my hole. I got my level down in there just to check it's basically level. I'll be able to level a little bit more once I put the gravel in, but as I predicted, I did have to make it a bit bigger. My level is 4 feet, and the outside diameter of the block circle will be 4 feet. So I made it a few inches larger. Might have to make a few adjustments as we go, but we're in the ballpark. So one of the things you want to do at this point is go into your hole, and if you're like me, you've got lots of roots that are pushing through the wall. I've cut a few out while I was digging, but there's still quite a few. And roots are the kind of bane of a fire pit. It's possible for a fire to catch a root on fire and burn under the ground for some time. So we want to kind of get rid of those, get rid of all the organic matter. In this case, we have what is primarily clay. The yellow there, and even the gray is clay. So there's not a lot of organics in that, so that shouldn't be too bad. But that's what this is all about, is trying to protect the fire, keep the fire in one place. So next step is to put a couple inches of gravel down the bottom of that. Got my gravel right here in the bottom. From here, I just began to set the stones around the perimeter. We'll have to make some adjustments so that we close the loop at the end. There's nothing magic about it. Use the gravel to kind of set the stones in nice and even. And we just go right around the circle. Try and keep from having gravel between the stones, because that will make them spread apart. Now we have our circle. I've looked at it. It's nice and round. I had to move the stones in a little bit to tighten up because I overshot just a little bit. No problem. Brought those in. Now I'm going to tamp them down a little bit. So I'm going to go put the second row of stones or blocks in, and then I'm going to come backfill with gravel to 4 inches on the inside, and then I'm going to backfill the trench that I've created around it with gravel as well. That's to keep a barrier between your fire and anything that could burn underground. So with that, I'll go back to work. Our build of our little fire circle here at our campsite. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If If you like it, follow me or subscribe. Click the subscribe button, and there'll be more fun stuff here on the property. Thank you.